Trev's Hockey Show. I'm the Trev. That's too sweet. Anyway, well, the qualifying round has come and gone. And wouldn't you know it, it went as one would expect it to, including me not predicting it 100%. But still, 3 out of 4 is still 75%. So, that's okay, I guess. But no rest for the wicked. We get a quick turnaround to the quarterfinals, which is tomorrow. So that's why I'm bringing you this as early as I can. And, well, with that, we get another batch of predictions. But we'll discuss the qualifying round before we get to my attempt at predicting that. It's worth talking about. So let's talk about it. All right, so without taking too long, Germany versus France. And, well, this one was pretty much a no-doubter, one would think. I know I had hesitations, but really I shouldn't have. Germany won this one 5-1. And despite the score being what it is, the French almost made a game of it, only being outshot 35-31. So defensively, the French were sound. But behind Draisaitl and Stützle, who finally seemed to be making their note, Draisaitl got 3 points, Stützle got 2. It was pretty much game over, right? The Germans get Slovakia. Switzerland and Italy, well, that went as expected, right? Switzerland got the 3-0 shutout, and Italy showed off their lack of defense, being outshot 51-20. Oh, but that'll happen when you have a team with no NHLers, right? But this game was all Hischier and Meyer. Meyer got 2 points, Hischier got had a hand in all 3. So for the Swiss, they get Finland in the quarters. Czechia went out of their way to make sure my predictions weren't spot on. Go figure, right? But they beat Denmark 3-2. But even though the score was what it was, the Danish kept it close, only being outshot by 5 going into the third period, down by 1. But alas, the Czech defense shut the door right down in the third period, making sure that there was no opportunity for them to jump in. To be perfectly honest, I thought this was the version of the Czechs we were going to see the entire tournament. But with that being said, the Czechs get a rematch against Canada in the quarters, which leaves us with Sweden and Latvia. And, well, no real surprises here. The Swedes beat Latvia 5-1, with Landeskog and Nylander proving to be great offensive weapons in this game. And editor's note, this was the version of Sweden I was hoping to see early on in the round robin, but better late than never, right? So with all that in mind, Sweden gets the best of luck against the Americans in the quarterfinals. So with our quarterfinals now set, here's how I'm predicting them to go. So Canada versus Czechia. Second verse, same as the first. I don't expect this game to be a 5-0 shutout for Canada, but I don't expect them to be slowing down at any point. The Canadians, that is. You have to remember Canada's only priority in this Olympic tournament is the gold medal. That's it. Anything less, probably not even settled for. So look for the Canadians to really take this game, either by force or by natural ability. Either way, it's a Canada win. USA versus Sweden. And really, if you ever wanted an upset, this would be the one you'd want. The Americans obviously riding high, being undefeated in round robin, and with the chip on their shoulder, as it usually always is, you can't expect them to sell for anything less either, right? But if Sweden can make a go of it and can make a game out of this, and there's no reason to think they can't. Both teams are full of NHL players. If Sweden can't make a go of this, expect, the usual result, the Americans to win. That's how I would go. Slovakia versus Germany. And I'm thinking with my heart on this one. Probably not with my head, but Slovakia being the little train that could, maybe they're going to run out of steam. At the same token, can the Germans really shut down Slavkovsky? Because Slavkovsky and Nietzsche seems, I don't know, I think Nietzsche is Czech, my bad. But behind Slavkovsky, there's really no ifs, ands, or buts if they can be stopped. Having said that, though, I'm picking the Germans. Which leaves us with Finland versus Switzerland. And while Switzerland looks really good this Olympic tournament, behind Hischier, behind Meyer, Finland is a lot more of a complete overall team as far as I look at it. again, another team full of NHLers, -1, against a team with some NHLers. You have to think Finland has this one in the books, so go with Finland on that one. But that is my picks for your Olympic tournament quarterfinals. Let me know your picks. Let me know what you think about my picks. Let me know if you think I'm out to lunch, especially on the Germany-Slovakia one. Because, I mean, if I'm going to be wrong, that's probably the one I'm going to be wrong on. But either way, give me your thoughts. Says another one of them Trev's hockey shows. I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate the gesture, especially if you've made it to this point. If you have made it to this point, that's an amazing thing. I mean, I'm granted this one's not nearly as long as the other 2 Olympic videos I pumped out, but you've made it to the end, and I couldn't be more happier for it. I mean, the fact that you're here, you're helping out my watch time, and watching out helping out my watch time, never a bad thing. I'll always compliment you on that. But if you have made it here, if you're digging what I'm doing, even if you just want to say, hey, dude, I'm all for it. Throw me that thumbs up. Trust me, a thumbs up, along with the watch time, helps out the algorithm a lot. And the more exposure I can get on this channel, the better it is for everybody. If you really want to, if you haven't done so by yet, that little red button that says subscribe all over it, come on, you know you want to hit it. I know you want to hit it. The algorithm knows you want to hit it. We're making that push to 500 by the end of the year. We got a lot of time to do it. Just hoping we can make that happen. And if you really want to go that extra mile, that link in my description below, that'll take you to my Facebook page. Feel free to join that. I'd love to build the numbers there like I'm building the numbers here. I'm fairly active on there, whether it's on my own page or whether it's on other hockey-related threads. You can find me, so feel free to join me on there too. I'd love to see you there. Moving forward, as far as the Olympics is concerned, well, after the quarters, we get the semis. So look for more predictions then, but either way, in the meantime, and in between time, be looking for reviews from Trev. Later.